Hello and welcome to another edition of Miike Monday with me, the Heart Critic, where on a Monday I look at the works of one of my favourite directors, Takashi Miike. And today I'll be looking at the 2007 mystery crime film Detective Story. Now if you haven't guessed from the film's unimaginative and obvious title already, the film follows a detective, a private detective in fact, named Kazuma Raita, who makes it his personal mission to solve a bunch of murders where victims have had an organ removed after a potential client of his has become one of the victims. Now this is a solid mystery film which has some horror elements, including a couple of creepy moments and a nice bit of blood. Although some of the gore has actually been censored here, I'm not actually sure why, whether it was budgetary reasons or, the Japanese censor board's being a bit funny, but in 2007 I'm pretty much sure that all gore was fair game, except if it was something made for television, so I'm not sure what happened there. That aside, the film is very well paced and keeps a good level of intrigue. The audience are given an idea of who the murderer is early on, but there's always this level of uncertainty throughout, and this leads to a very nice twist at the end. I found the main character quite likeable too, despite his flaws. He's this down and out detective who's a bit of a drunkard and he's very careless and does things his own ways. But actor Kazuya Nakayama clearly is having fun with the role, which really shows through. The acting overall, however, from everyone was a little shoddy at times. I think it was mostly fine, but not the best, and there were definitely a few performances that felt a bit ham-fisted, but still fun. The film's not exactly completely serious though, and has a fair bit of comedy that's spread throughout it. And while I did find the climax to be a lot of fun, it does get a bit silly, which I think might be off-putting for some people or a bit much to enjoy. So I feel like the best way of watching this film is to really not take it too seriously and just, have a bit of fun with it. And there's also a few peculiar side characters, and the film actually ends on a rather odd note, which of course is typical of Miike, but certainly added to the enjoyment for me. I also like the musical score too. It's very heavy on the saxophone, which ranges from smooth to sad to sinister to sadistic. Just a nice range of sax emotions utilized. And on the visual side, the colours have been kind of muted to give it a washed out kind of look. And there's some pretty good camera work here too, which includes a fair amount of zooms and smooth movements. So yeah, I think this is a good little detective film overall. It doesn't bring anything new to the genre and does borrow elements from some other things, but I thought it was very entertaining and definitely worth checking out if you like these kind of movies, as well as just being a solid one for Miike fans to watch. I give it 3.5 hearts out of 5. Thank you for watching. I am the Heart Critic. This has been my heartfelt opinion, and I shall see you next time.